After nearly 3 years of owning this RV lot here in beautiful northern Michigan, we're making a big change. We decided to sell our RV lot. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about why we decided to sell, what's next for us, and we'll also give you a full tour of this one-of-a-kind property. So let's go take a look. Before we get into the full tour, we're going to give you a couple details about the resort itself and also why we decided to purchase this lot in the first place. Our RV lot is located within Hearthside Grove in Petoskey, Michigan, which is near the Upper Peninsula, but not actually in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which we learned after buying the property.
Which we get corrected on all of the time, yes.
It is honestly such a beautiful area of the country. So many people have asked us, they're like, why would you want to buy property in Michigan? But this area of the country is gorgeous. If you've never been here, it is so nice. It's like quintessential small town USA. It's a very safe and beautiful place. We're right across the street from Lake Michigan. If you've never been to Lake Michigan, it's amazing. There's no salt. There's no alligators, there's no sharks. It is a very crystal clear lake that is so much fun to go swim in and rent a boat on and just explore for the day. We really love this area.
It really is a great place to spend the day. There's no doubt about that.
The main reason why we purchased this lot was we had sold our house in North Carolina and we've been living and traveling full-time in an RV for about 2 years. After that time, we were starting to get a little bit burnt out from just the constant travel, having to worry about booking reservations months in advance, always having to worry about where we were going to go, where we were going to stay. There was something very freeing about not owning any property, but it also was kind of starting to weigh on us a bit, and we just wanted something that felt like our own, without all the stress and maintenance of a traditional house.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree, actually. I don't think that's why we bought it. I think we bought it because, I know we bought it because it's gorgeous here. The weather's perfect. As you look around, you can see it's just a normal day in Michigan, in Petoskey. The weather's perfect. It's like 70 degrees, 75 degrees, no bugs, no humidity. And we've got all this great outdoor space, which is really, I think, what I missed a lot. Even though you're in an RV, you don't have a lot of outdoor space because you're typically in a smaller lot. Here, we've got a ton of outdoor space. Hillary can cook to her heart's content. I can eat to my heart's content. It's good, great for both of us.
Yeah, and a lot of the RV parks and resorts that we've been going to, you just have a very small space and you're kind of crammed right on top of each other. And we really missed having that privacy and outdoor space and just a place that we could have kind of to ourselves like you would in a house. But like Chris said, I think what really sold us, we actually came here in the summer of 2022 for the first time. We were actually working with Hearthside doing a collaboration and we were filming the resort. We'd been invited to come and we had no intention of buying an RV lot. We stayed on this lot and the very next day, Chris wakes up and looks at me and he goes, "Why aren't we buying this place?" And I didn't have a good answer. It was just honestly like the perfect experience here. We loved staying here. And so I think it was that afternoon we decided to make an offer on this lot. They accepted and we bought it like, what, 30, 60 days later?
30 days. It came together really quickly.
It really did. And we were just sold on it right away. I mean, and once you see this place, like I said, we'll take you for a full tour. You're going to start to understand why. This is truly a magical place that we have just loved being at. And then after we do the full tour, we're going to sit down and talk about why we're selling this lot. Given the fact we keep talking about how perfect and wonderful it is, we'll explain why and what's next. And before we get into the tour, we want to take a quick moment to thank today's video sponsor, National Indoor RV Centers. If you've watched our videos before, you'll know that we are big fans and supporters of NIRVC. They are hands down one of the best RV dealerships, service repair centers. They honestly do it all and we cannot recommend them enough. If you are in the market for a motorhome, we would highly recommend attending the NIRVC Music City Motorhome Expo in 2026, which is taking place in Lebanon, Tennessee. We actually went this past June and it was the best RV show we have ever been to, and we don't say that lightly.
Yeah, I mean, it really was great to be able to test drive all of the coaches, walk up and touch all the coaches. Of course, you could do that at any place, but the owners of each of the manufacturers were there, engineers were there, a lot of people were there that can actually answer questions and walk you through the coaches. Plus, did I mention you get to test drive all the coaches? So, I mean, that's one of the things. We bought our first coach before we ever drove one. We bought our Class A before we ever test drove one. So, you know, both of them worked out for us, but I would highly recommend test driving our coach, test driving, the Class A, the Class B, the Class C, whatever happens to be there before you pick one.
Yeah, and this is a VIP shopping experience for anyone serious about buying an RV. It is a very, very targeted audience. It's actually a capped event, so they only sell a certain amount of tickets. That ensures it's not overcrowded. You don't have tons of people walking around with funnel cakes and baby strollers and all those types of things. This is actually for people that want to buy a motorhome and are very serious about it. All of your meals, drinks, snacks are included. They have nightly live entertainment. It's a great experience for networking.
And even though it is a sales event, it is really not, it's a complete low pressure sales event. There is not a high pressure sales guy walking around. In fact, that's one of NRVC's strengths, is they're there just to help, support, get you in the coach that makes sense to you. They're not trying to push you anyway.
Yeah, exactly. We've teamed up with NIRVC to offer an exclusive early bird registration discount for all of our subscribers. If you register before August 31st, you're going to be able to sign up for 2 people for $9.95 or 1 person for $6.95. The price of this is going to go up September 1st by a couple $100. And then in February, it's going to go up a couple $100 more. So you're going to save a lot of money if you register now in advance. Like I mentioned, it's also a capped event, so it will sell out. And once it sells out, that's it. There's no more tickets being sold. So make sure you use the link in the video description below to sign up before it's sold out and also to get that early bird rate. And the best part with attending this event is that if you buy a new or pre-owned motorhome within a year of attending the expo, they're going to refund your registration fee, and they are also going to pay up to $2,000 of your travel expenses to get to the expo. So there is no reason not to go if you're in the market for an RV. Also, one other thing we did want to mention, if you're in the market for an American Coach motorhome, right now, NIRVC has got some amazing prices on the 2025 models. This is closeout pricing. They are trying to move inventory to make way for the new 2026 models. So if you're in the market for an American Coach, this is a really good opportunity to get a very discounted rate on an awesome motorhome. You can check out any of the NIRVC locations and also go to their website, nirvc.com, for information on all the available inventory and special pricing. All right, enough talk. Let's go ahead and get to the tour. Okay, starting at the very front of our lot. So first things first, we've got a large driveway here for the motorhome to park on itself. We have plenty of room for our coach and also for our car. So usually we park the Lincoln here. We just moved it for now so that it's out of the way. The nice thing about our RV lot, and one of the things that makes it really unique, is that this can be either a back-in lot or a pull-in lot. We have it as a pull-in because we like to have the privacy and views out the front windshield, but you can do it either way. And the way that we have the hookup set up, it functions either way really easily. So it gives you a very versatile setup depending on what your preference is. Another thing that makes this lot unique is that it is a large corner lot. So we have all the way over here through to this corner of the street. So we only have a neighbor on one side of us, which gives us a lot of privacy. We have these gorgeous mature trees here, gives us a lot of shade and privacy, and just makes it feel very tranquil inside. Okay, walking into the lot itself. So obviously you see our coach parked here on the right. We've got this nice garden here on this side. This is one of my favorite parts about this lot, and one of the selling features was all the lush, mature landscaping. Got this beautiful Japanese maple hydrangeas. I love hydrangeas, and I've never been able to grow them myself. This place is the perfect place for hydrangeas. They grow like crazy here, and it's just such a beautiful setting. All the trees and everything. I just can't get over it. It's so peaceful every time you're sitting inside here.
I like it because the lawn's small.
That's true.
It's actually one of the nice things about this place is we have an HOA that cuts the grass and takes care of all the lawn. So we're responsible for the landscaping, but the grass and the general maintenance is part of the HOA.
Yeah, so they say any of the stuff that's vertical, you're responsible for, but all the horizontal stuff, the HOA covers. So the HOA does all the grass, the weed whacking, the sprinkler systems, all of that. And then we're just responsible for this landscaping, which really isn't very much to do. I think each year in the spring, all you really have to do is do a cleanup, get all the leaves out, put down new mulch, and then you're pretty much good to go.
And those of you that aren't from the South, they also do the weed eating, not just the weed whacking.
Is that a Southern thing?
I think it
really?
is. Yeah.
I've always called it a weed whacker.
I've always called it a weed eater.
The other thing we wanted to mention is since we bought this lot just about 3 years ago, we've made a ton of improvements to it. So we redid the entire pergola. It was in desperate need of being redone. We'll talk about that in a minute. We also redid the whole bungalow. We made a lot of changes to this. So we have a what, 400 square foot bungalow, I think it is.
It's about 400 square feet, yeah.
So we painted the entire exterior and interior of this, which you wouldn't think would be that much work given it's only 400 square feet, but this was a labor of love. This was a lot more intensive than you can imagine. We used very high quality paint on this, and we spent so much time making sure that this was done right. Gives it a much more fresh, modern look. And it was, before it was all really brown and outdated looking. Everything was brown. The outside, the walls inside, the trim, the ceiling, everything was the same color brown. Even the toilet, I kid you not. So we put in all new bath fixtures, repainted the whole thing, and it looks like $1 million now.
If you've been watching our channel for a while, you might remember that one of us painted this twice, but that's a long story.
That is a long story. We'll share more information on that later. Inside the bungalow, like I mentioned, we repainted the whole thing. So we repainted it with this soft kind of greenish, bluish gray color that makes it look light and bright in here. We painted the ceiling white. If you've never painted a ceiling before, let me tell you, that is a lot of work, but it made a huge difference. We have a love seat here that's a really nice leather love seat. This is also a pull-out sofa and has a really nice memory foam mattress, so you can have guests over and it's actually really comfortable. There's a nice pretty window here where you can look out and see the garden. Also, we do have a loft where we have a king size bed up there in the loft. So if you have people that are able to climb a ladder, you can pull the ladder out like this. It's really easy. And you can pretty easily go up the ladder. I won't go all the way right now, and access the king size bed up there. So this is great if you've got grandkids or friends sleeping over. Not great for Chris and I, like both of our parents have been here to visit, and I wouldn't put our parents up on this ladder, but it's great for younger people. Nice little display case here where I have my thimble collection from my dad displayed here. My dad's traveled all over the world and he gets me thimbles every time he goes somewhere. So this is my display to remember my dad. Over here, we added this desk to make this a nice workstation. This is one of the things that's really nice about this property is that I have a separate place to work since we both still work full time. This is great to have just a place where we can go have some peace and quiet. We've got a larger size monitor here, and it's just a nice setup workstation. We added this wardrobe space here for some storage. And then in here we have a full bathroom. And like I mentioned, we redid the bathroom. So we added a new sink. We've got a really fancy snazzy shower that has all these crazy jets and side jets and a rain head shower head, a new toilet, a new storage cabinet. But this, I'll just show you how nice this shower is. Super nice. And you've got these jets here that spray from all directions. We've got a water softener installed in the basement, so you always have soft water. And this thing is really nice to have when you live in an RV.
It's also a steam shower, so it also will get hot with steam.
Yeah, it does. And it's awesome. Oh, hey, babe, why don't you talk a little bit about the hot tub? Because yes, we do have a hot tub, our own private hot tub, which is one of my favorite features. And then also the basement of the bungalow. I'll take the camera and you can show us. Hot tub time.
Hot tub time. It's a little too hot right now for the hot tub, but it is one of the nice features of the property. It's a 4-person or 6-person hot tub. It's got all the jets and the lights, and it's really nice. Heats up really quick. When we get here, after we've been gone for a while, we can get the hot tub up to full temperature in about a day, usually 4 hours, 5 hours. So it's also very private. So even though we're in a corner lot, we've got, trees all behind us, nothing in front of us, nothing to the right of us. So it's a great place to sit at night and relax.
And it also is pretty low maintenance. All you do is you just pour like a cup of chemical in it once a week, and it's
once a week. Once a week we check it. It's got filters, but it's really easy to maintain. And then behind it is our access to our basement. So Hillary mentioned that we've got 400 square feet, but we've also got some storage space under the bungalow, which we can walk down to.
And this is, what would you call this? A half basement? Is that how you describe it?
Yeah, it's about 4 feet in height, and then it's the full dimensions of the bungalow. So
yeah, what's great about this is that we can store all of our stuff. Like we have an electric blower and a weed whacker, which even though we're not responsible for the lawn, we have one just so we can trim up some extra things.
Yeah, we keep a lot of things in there from the RV and just general things to maintain this property. And again, it's just storage for us. So
yeah, Really nice to have.
The other thing that's nice outside here, of course, is the popcorn machine. There's nothing better than eating popcorn while you're sitting in your hot tub. I don't know that we've ever actually done that, but
No, but we do have a lot of movie nights with fresh made popcorn, and
it,
it's one of my favorite things.
it is nice to sit out here and have popcorn. We've also, it's hard to see because it's daylight, but we've also got a lot of outdoor lights. So the place looks really nice at night. And I imagine we'll show some pictures of that later in the video, but it does look really nice at night and it's well lit up.
Yeah, and Chris redid all the lights. That was another one of the upgrades we did. He changed all the lights to LED, brought them all up to speed, modernized them. They're all synced to timers in a way that you can do it on an app, so you can set the time and day that you want them to run.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
I assumed everybody had that, but they are all set up to come on it anytime that you want to run them at, and you can set up all kinds of different colors and codes. But right now they're just all matched, and they look a nice soft yellow.
Yeah. All right, let me let you take back the camera,
Okay.
and I'll keep going with the tour. Okay, so I also mentioned that we had the pergola redone. So this is one of the most unique pergolas. I think it actually is the most unique pergola.
It is
in
the only circular pergola in the place.
Yeah, it's the only one that has curved edges. So when we bought this place, it had the outdoor kitchen, all of that was existing, but the pergola that it had was in really rough shape, and we didn't notice it when we first bought it, but it was brown and it had a clear roof on it. It was clear plastic. Unfortunately, what we didn't know is that the roof was totally bad. It leaked like crazy anytime it rained. And the beams they used for the pergola, I don't think they used pressure treated wood or something because it was all rotted out. So we worked with a local builder to tear down the entire pergola, and we had it completely rebuilt, which was a pretty big and expensive project, but it was so worth it. So the original pergola just covered just the kitchen. It didn't have any other coverage. So we wanted to make sure that we had a cover over this living area that we added, and also over the bar side over there. And the builder did an incredible job building this beautiful pergola. So we added in these space heaters, which are adjustable, really nice when it starts to get cool outside. We also added canned LED lights so you can be out here at night. We also had them add this pretty ceiling to it, which is just a clear coated wood that I think gives it a really nice touch. We also have a large fire pit here in our living area. We added this sectional sofa. This sofa is so nice to sit and hang out and relax. We also added this outdoor TV. So this TV can be out in the rain, the cold, and the heat, and all that. We sit out here, watch TV, hang out at night pretty much all day. I think right now we've got Formula One on, which is pretty much what's always on our TV. So this is just a really great space to relax and hang out. Like Chris mentioned earlier, the weather here is perfect. So it's just a really great place to relax.
And I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but all of the things that we're showing, I mean, the outdoor kitchen, the tables, the chairs, the TV, the hot tub, the popcorn machine, all of that is part of the sale price,
Yeah.
right? So it's kind of it's a full package. We don't have any reason to keep any of this stuff. It fits here, it works here. We want to make sure that it goes to the next owner.
Yeah, there's only 2 pieces of furniture that are not included. My desk inside the bungalow, and also my chair that's in there. Those are 2 very special antiques that I've had for years, and I'm not selling those, but everything else we're talking about here, yeah, like Chris mentioned, down to the, the sofa and everything, it's all included. Even like all of our outdoor dishes, our cooking supplies, it's all brand new. Really nice stuff, and that's all going to be included. The outdoor TV, everything. Okay, then over here, another thing that makes this property unique is that we have this nice lounge area with these Chase chairs. So some days it is nice and warm and sunny here in Michigan like today. This is so nice to be able to just sit and relax, and you can look over and enjoy the pond here. One of our favorite places to just relax and lay out. Chris loves to sunbathe here. Axel does too. We have chair covers and things that we use for Axel so that way he can lay out on the lounge chair, and he's pretty spoiled. We also have 2 fire bowls over here. These look so cool at night. If people walk by, there's like one area where people can see if they walk by, and these lights just look really cool illuminated at night. And anytime we have friends over, it's a fun feature just to have that.
This is a great angle. Actually, you can see how much privacy we have as well, because even though our neighbors are right next to it, and you can almost see their coats through the trees,
Yeah.
you can look down the whole side of the pond and not tell that you have any neighbors at all until
Yeah.
the very end. But
Yeah, and again, we made this a pull-in lot, so that way from our front windshield, this is our view. So we get to overlook this pond and this water feature, but there's nobody in front of us. So like Chris mentioned, this really shows the privacy because we have no neighbors to the front, We have no neighbors to the left of us, and we only have one neighbor here. But because of all the mature landscaping and everything, you can't see anything. So you really have one of the most private lots in the entire resort, honestly. Okay, then let's go and show the kitchen next. You can see we've got a nice landscaping area here. Again, one of the nice things about this area of Michigan, flowers grow like crazy. And the resort is just covered in flowers like this everywhere. It's beautiful. We love having flowers like this around. It just gives it that nice touch.
Also, all the irrigation is part of the landscaping. So they maintain the irrigation. They make sure that it's working, and there's no charge for that. Well, it's actually part of the HOA fee.
Yeah.
So there's no additional water charge.
And the HOA fees here are actually pretty reasonable compared to other resorts, especially like the other one that we own in California. So it's about $300 a month here, which really isn't that bad considering everything that comes with it. We also have a dining table here, outdoor dining table, so you can sit 4 people, which is great whenever we have friends, family over, things like that. We can, have the extra space for dining. And then probably my favorite part of our entire lot is my amazing outdoor kitchen. And honestly, when Chris and I started to think about selling this place, this is the hardest thing for me to give up because this is my dream kitchen. Never in a million years did I ever think we would own a lot like this with a kitchen like this. And it is a chef's dream. If you like to cook and to entertain and to have people over, this is, again, I'm going to say this probably multiple times, but I think this is the best kitchen in the entire resort. We've seen a lot of different lots. None are as equipped as this one. We have lots of outdoor appliances. These are Twin Eagle appliances. If you know anything about those, these are very, very high-end appliances. So we've got a large grill here. Chris loves to cook out on this.
I do. I mean, it's an easy grill to cook on.
Yeah, it's really nice. We've got a warming drawer and some other things there. Trash can here. This is one of my favorite appliances. So this is a griddle. On this side, gas griddle. And then this is a 2-burner gas cooktop. Also Twin Eagles. So, just again, very high quality stainless steel. And if you know anything about Chris and I, if you've seen our past videos, you'll know we take care of our stuff. We wipe these down. We keep them clean. We keep them covered in the winter. So these appliances, even though they've got a little bit of age on them, they are in perfect condition.
Yeah, they're all in perfect working order. And you'd never guess how old they were, even if you knew.
And then under here, we've got storage for pots and pans and things like that. And like I said, all of this is going to come with the lot. So you're going to get brand new, all clad pots and pans, high quality stuff. We added a microwave out here. So that way, if you need a microwave, anything, it's out here. This is also one of my favorite appliances. So this, also Twin Eagles, it's not officially a pizza oven, but I like to call it a pizza oven. I can't remember what it's actually called. It's
almost like a broiler.
Almost like that. You can cook steaks and other things on it. We have a pizza stone in here right now. It makes the best pizzas though and acts just like a pizza oven. And when I tell you that I can make some amazing pizza on here, seriously better than anywhere you can get it locally. One of Chris's favorite appliances is this, which is an ice maker.
We never run out of ice.
Never.
And it makes the best ice.
It really does. It gives you fresh ice constantly.
Yeah.
And Chris is obsessed with that.
Yeah, it's, most ice machines, they start making ice, and once they fill, they stop making ice. So you end up with a whole bunch of dead ice or dry ice or gross ice, right? This thing just constantly makes ice, and the ice constantly melts out the bottom. So it's this perfectly 32-degree wet ice. It's amazing.
It is really good. Then over here, there's a drink station. So you can fill this with ice and have an ice bucket. You can have all your, cocktail mixers and things right here. More storage underneath. We've got a toaster, nice large stainless steel sink. This is another great thing. When you live and travel in an RV, your kitchen inside is pretty small. And if you want to cook seafood and things like that in an RV, it can stink up the whole inside of the coach. So this is really nice to have a place where Chris can do the dishes outside and make a total mess. We can cook outside and it can smell and make a mess and it doesn't matter. Like, we just love cooking outside.
And yes, she did say that I make a mess when I do the dishes, which is true, but I clean it up.
He does. You wouldn't believe how much water he gets all over the place when he does the dishes, but I love you for doing them. And then we have a nice refrigerator here. Great to have this outside. And then another one of my favorite features about this is that we have this bar top seating. So we have 5 bar stools here. Chris and I love to sit at the bar and eat. So this is one of our favorite places to just sit, look out at the view, and it's really great to have. Like I mentioned, the pergola has all been redone. We've got heaters in here, heaters on either side. So as soon as it starts to get cold here, you can kick on the heaters and you can still cook under the heat and be nice and toasty warm.
One of the things that I really like about this lot is that it's one of the bigger lots. It's a bit pie shaped, comes around from the lake. It gives us a lot more room over here where the coach is at. So it gives us a really large driveway, which gives us lots of room to pull the coach in. It's a 45-foot coach, so we've got lots of room to angle it in if we need to, or if we want to back it in, it's really easy. Plus lots of room on either side, so you can park a car on this side or a golf cart, or you can park a golf cart on this side. The thing that we did with this lot is we wanted to be able to pull it in, and it was originally designed to be a back in. So our post used to be right here, our utility post. So when we pulled it in, we would literally step outside and walk into the middle of the utility post.
Yeah, that green circle right there is where the utility post used to be.
Yeah.
So our steps, you'd walk right into the utility post, and it didn't really work great as a pull-in.
No, not at all. So we just moved the utility post over about 3 feet and down roughly 20 feet. And that gives us so much more ability to make it a pull-in. So
yeah, and it's actually nice that we moved it over to the left here a bit too, because even if you want to use it as a back end, it's still more out of the way than it was before.
yeah, that's true.
You still have more space.
It's actually a more natural place for it because most people's wet bay isn't right at the end of the coach. So
Yeah.
it's perfect. Lots of room on this side, easy to get in and out of all the bays. Plus where Hillary's at now, we've got a little alcove, I guess it would be called, that
Yeah.
you can park your golf cart. We've got our electric bikes parked right there. So again, lots of extra space to park things and move things and store things. Because we pull it in and everybody's wet bay is on your driver's side, the one challenge that we have or had to overcome was just that we run everything underneath the coach. So we drop everything down on the driver's side and just run it right up underneath the coach. Takes me an extra 5 minutes when we hook it up, but because we're here for months at a time, it's really not that big of a deal. Makes it nice and clean, easy to access everything. Step
Yeah.
over it all the time.
So we just have this one line of our sewer, water, and electric that we have to step over. But I'm going to show you why it's worth it, because right out our front door and through our front windshield, this is the view. And this is really the showstopper here. Like, why wouldn't you want to face this direction? And you have total privacy. You don't have to worry about anybody seeing you change at night or anything like that. And it's just such a gorgeous view.
No, it is very nice.
But some people like to have a back end. They like that better and they like that setup. So the great thing about this lot is you can go either way, whichever way works best for you.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Like Hillary mentioned, one of the nice things about this lot is that all the trees are mature. All the shrubs and bushes and trees are mature. You can see the maturity of the trees here. This is the one area of the entire lot that you can actually see the neighbors through the trees. You see their side of the coach up against the trees, but that's it.
You honestly barely see them. They're the greatest neighbors too. They're really great people, but you barely see their coach. And because of the way their door faces, they actually exit on the other side. So you never really even see them unless you want to go and see them.
Yeah, that's very true.
Very nice and private. And then we also do have some space here, even with the trees, to put our awnings out a bit. So on a bright sunny day like this, we'll put the awnings out just to help keep the RV a little bit cooler. But, you know, the shade from the trees actually keeps it pretty nice and cool, so you don't have to run the AC as much. Have I mentioned this is a great lot?
Yeah. Again, that's all the benefit of mature trees, right? Our trees are tall enough to give us some shade.
Yeah.
And healthy.
And at this resort, they do have some new development opportunities. So you can build your own RV lot here in the new section. But one of the downsides of that is that, first of all, there's not a lot of contractors and builders in this area. So it takes a long time to get things built. It's also anything you think it's going to cost in this area, multiply it by 5 because there's a limited amount of contractors and builders, they can charge whatever they want. And the costs, you know, with inflation and tariffs and everything have gone up. So you're going to pay way more than you think. And you're not going to get the mature landscaping like here. Plus, you're going to be dealing with the noise of construction for the next couple years.
Yeah, I think it's also a limited building time.
Yeah.
In our couple of years here, it seems like they only have about 8 months a year to build. So they're trying to squeeze everything into that 8 months.
And most people that buy an RV lot like us, like, you want to be able to just move right in and enjoy it. You want something pretty turnkey. So we've done all the work here for you, and it's ready to go. And Chris has done most of the work. And if you guys have followed along, you know that he's quite capable of doing everything.
It is ready to go.
It is. It's in good shape. Why are we selling? Remind me.
I can't remember. This was a bad video to do.
Okay, we promised you at the beginning of the video that we were going to talk about the why. So we keep talking about how amazing this RV lot is, why we love it. So why on earth would we be selling the property? Why are we selling it?
I don't know right now. I don't remember.
The honest truth is that, as you all know, we live and travel full time in an RV, which we've been doing for 3.5 years now. And we've been more stationary the past 2 years or so since we purchased this RV lot. So when we first bought this RV lot, we had sold our house about 2 years prior to that. We didn't have any other property. Since then, we bought another RV lot in Southern California to spend the winter. And honestly, I think for us, what we realized is we're not ready to stop traveling yet. So now that we own the 2 RV lots, we spend a lot of time at both of these properties, which we love. And then we kind of go in between them and travel a little bit as we go in between the lots. This past summer, we did a lot of traveling. We went to Banff, we went out west. We had an amazing time. And it just made us realize that we're not done traveling yet. There's still other places we want to see. We want to go up into Alaska. We still have a lot of states to check off in the Northeast. And the reality is the best time to go to those places is in the summer. So owning this lot just feels a little bit like it's holding us back from going to some of the places we still want to go.
Yeah, it's kind of like when we had the house. It was always something that was pulling us back.
Yeah.
So even this summer, like Hillary mentioned, when we were out visiting Banff and seeing all these great places, there's a part of you that's thinking, I could be in Michigan, which is also a great place. So it just seems like we have to make a decision one way or the other.
Yeah, and it's really expensive to own this property and then also travel and not use it the whole time. So it makes total sense if you're able to be here for most of the summer. And if you don't want to travel quite as much, you just want a place to come hang out, have that sense of community. This is an amazing place. But like we mentioned, just after the 2 seasons here, I think we just realized that we still have that travel bug and we want to get out and fuel your wander and actually go explore some new places. So for us, that's really the main driver.
Yeah, that is exactly that is the entire driver.
Yeah. Honestly, we have absolutely loved this resort. We can't say enough great things about the amenities, the different lots available here. The people are so friendly. We've really loved having that sense of community, getting to know our neighbors and friends. There's lots to do here. There's a pool, there's a gym, there's pickleball courts, all the amenities of the lot, this amazing outdoor kitchen, the hot tub, all of those things. So it is going to be really bittersweet to say goodbye to this place and also to this area in general, because we have honestly fallen in love with Petoskey and northern Michigan.
That is true. Petoskey is it's a great little town. It's a nice little nice restaurants. Really a fun place to hang out.
Yeah. If you're looking for a very tranquil place to spend the summer and get to enjoy being outside, get to enjoy really nice weather when most people are scorching in the summer heat, not have bugs and those kind of things around, then this is the perfect place. So if you're interested in checking out our RV lot, you can go to hearthsidegrove.com, check out the lot sales section. You'll see the listing. We've also got it linked below in the video description. You can contact the sales team to set up a tour in person. And if you have any questions, as always, you can drop us a comment here in the video. And you can also shoot us an email at hello@fuelyourwander.com and we'll answer any and all questions about the property.
Just like when we sold our last coach, Carly, we're sad to sell it, sad that we were going to get rid of it, but excited that it's going to go to a new owner and somebody that's going to enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed it over the last 2 years.
Yeah, for sure. And I wouldn't doubt it if after we're done traveling the next couple of years, we end up buying another place here because we really do love it that much. So whoever ends up buying this property is going to be a lucky owner and they're going to get a really well taken care of and well loved property that is turnkey and ready to go. All right. Well, as always, thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to see all of our upcoming adventures and to see what's next for us. We'll keep you posted on the progress of this lot and what we end up doing next once we know the details. I think for now it's kind of up in the air, which is honestly kind of exciting. Depending on when we sell this property is kind of what will set our schedule for the next couple months.
That is very true. We are up in the air. True RVers at the moment.
Exactly. All right. Till next time. Thanks, y'all.